Today I'd like to talk to you about the Australian Taxation Office and how it may affect you. Around about 6 months ago, we had a client called Mark who came and saw us. Mark hadn't lodged a tax return since 1999. He'd been working around the country solidly for that period, 1999 to 2019. 20 years he'd been working without putting a return in. From 99 through to 2015, he'd worked as an employee, where his employers had lodged returns for their companies and also obviously had submitted PAYG for him. The tax office had never caught up with him. He was a fairly itinerant worker working in remote regions around Australia and in particular Queensland. He came and saw me because the ATO had sent him a couple of letters. In the last couple of years, he'd settled down, taken up a tenancy in Maroochydore, and he thinks through that the ATO had cottoned on to where he lived. So what he did was he gathered up all his papers and went and saw his accountant or an accountant in Maroochydore. The accountant said to him, "You're in trouble, lad. We need to get all this information together and submit this to the ATO, otherwise it's only going to get worse." When he came and saw me, he was beside himself because the accountant had done the right thing. Done all his tax returns from 1999 to 2015 when he was an employee and had lodged those. Unfortunately, in some of those years, his employers had underpaid his PAYG. However, from 2016 to 2019, he went out as a contractor, had an ABN, and he was supposed to do his own tax, his own superannuation, and file his own BAS returns. Poor old Mark, he hadn't done any of that. So his accountant sat down with him and went through each of those years. Mark, quite contrary to his history, had actually kept all his bank statements and kept a lot of the information needed by the accountant. So the accountant was able to formulate his BAS returns and undertake those quarterly BASs for him and also do his ITRs each year. However, it came to the situation when all that was being lodged that the tax office said, "Hello, we think you owe us something like $80,000 just in principal amounts." As it's turned out, that has ballooned out by approximately 3 times, with GIC or general interest charges and penalties. So it's got the principal plus general interest charges and penalties. It's costing him a fortune. The reason he came to see me, he couldn't afford to pay. He came to see me for bankruptcy advice. But for various reasons, including that he had a number of assets in his own name, bankruptcy is not the best option. I said to him, "Mark, we need to sit down with the tax office and try and sort this out. See whether or not we can do a deal with them so that you can continue with your financial and social life and the tax office gets some sort of payment and recompense." So we sat down with the tax office. It's taken us months and months and months to get a result. But what we've done is we've reached an agreement with the tax office whereby he pays somewhere in the order of $39,000 up front and the balance of the principal over the next 2 years. The tax office has been very generous to Mark and waived the general interest charge and the penalties. He can get on with his life. If he can do that, then he can get on with his life. But because of his really poor history, Mark also had to enter into an arrangement with the tax office whereby he promised to regularly file his BAS returns, make his payments, and file his income tax returns as promised. Mark's been doing that. Mark's been making his payments to the ATO. He's made his first payment of $39,000, but he's kept his promises with the ATO. The tax office are happy with it, and he's going to be one little happy camper going forward. His assets are safe, he's safe, and he can look forward to a bright future. This is what we can do for you at JHK. We can help you with these sorts of problems. Things that you think you can't jump over, we can help you with. That's what our expertise is. Come and see us at JHK. We're on the Sunshine Coast.